Hey everyone, how's it going? So it's been a while since I talked about David Dobrik. David Dobrik. That's the name. I haven't talked about David Dobrik in a hot minute. Figured all of the drama between him and Trisha and Jeff Wittek was over, but I guess it's not. Well, at least Trisha versus David Dobrik is over, but I guess Jeff and David still have some beef they need to resolve. So for anyone new to the situation, David and Jeff have had a rocky past couple of years together. First and foremost, David Dobrik was caught in a giant scandal. If you want to learn about the scandal in details, there's tons of videos on YouTube already about it. Don't worry about it though. You do not need prior knowledge of the scandal to know what's about to go on in this video. Anyway, once the scandal finally blew over, David and the vlog squad were trying to get back together to create a vlog for David's comeback to YouTube. Do you guys remember when David first returned to YouTube after the scandal kind of blew over and he went to Hawaii with all of his friends? That wasn't David's original plan to return to YouTube. The original David Dobrik vlog squad comeback video was going to revolve around a stunt using an excavator. You know, one of these things. The excavator was sitting in a very shallow lake like 1 foot deep and rope was tied to the front shovel, and David would spin the excavator in circles while a person would be sitting on the water raft or a boogie board holding onto the rope going in circles. Sounds pretty fun, right? Sounds pretty lit. Sounds pretty radical. All jokes aside, the idea does seem kind of fun. And one of those lucky people holding onto the rope was Jeff, but unfortunately he got the shit end of the stick. Everybody was fine up until this point. Jeff basically stepped up, but instead of laying in a water raft or standing on top of a boogie board, he decided to just dangle from the rope, and David just started swinging him like a puppet, and Jeff ended up slamming his face into the side of the excavator arm and then fell into the 1 foot deep lake. Basically, David almost killed Jeff. The guy ended up damaging his eye, his face, etc. David paid for the medical bills, tried to make it up to the guy, and eventually it seemed like they did make up. It seemed like they worked everything out. They even filmed a documentary on the entire situation. Hell, Jeff was in the David Dobrik comeback vlog where they went to Hawaii. That Hawaii vlog was originally going to be the excavator video, but at least David has some morals and standards because he didn't end up uploading that footage to his YouTube channel. Could you imagine if he did that though? That would be really scummy. But anyhow, now that you're all caught up, let's take a look at the current Jeff and David Dobrik beef. And not the good kind of beef either, like the really bad beef. Jeff came out on Twitter recently and told everyone that David is a fake friend. David apparently hasn't texted Jeff in a very long time, asking him how he's doing, not checking up on him or seeing if he's healthy, etc. Which is, you know, it's kind of scummy. I mean, if you're responsible for hurting someone, then you at least owe them the gesture of checking up on them, unless they just want to be left alone, of course. But what really put the nail in the coffin for Jeff is that him and a few other vlog squad members were also set to roast Bryce Hall, some other celebrity nobody knows or cares about, but decided to back out after his set was heavily censored, and also because David Dobrik is actually involved in a roast in some way, shape, or form. Whether he's one of the roasters or if he's behind the scenes working on something, we don't really know. He's just involved in some way, shape, or form. I will no longer be a part of the Bryce Hall roast because my entire set will be cut due to censorship and David Dobrik being involved. I refuse to be a part of anything that scumbag is involved in from here on out. And then I guess Bryce wasn't informed of what was going on, so Jeff elaborated by saying, I chose to have my set cut. They tried to remove my jokes. This was supposed to be a comedy show. I did not say anything I wouldn't say in my own YouTube videos or podcasts. This is all because that coward was there and he can't take jokes. Oh, damn, it's getting zesty. So to me, it sounds like Jeff is claiming that some of his jokes were being censored because they were maybe going after David, or maybe they were just extreme jokes about Bryce in general, which he claims that the jokes he wrote for the roast were exactly in line with what he already says on his YouTube or his podcast. So maybe David was one of the roasters of Barry Hall or whatever his name is. Usually when you're at a roast, not only is the face of the roast getting roasted, but also everybody else involved gets roasted as well. So if David is one of the roasters, maybe some of Jeff's jokes were going way too far and David felt threatened by them. Or if David is working behind the scenes, then maybe Jeff's jokes about Bryce were going too far. But like, I don't understand. It's a roast. That's what it's supposed to be about. Cracking jokes and making fun of you and your worst mistakes. If that's the reason why Jeff's original set before he decided to pull out of the roast was censored, then David really needs to grow a set of balls, in my opinion. I mean, the guy makes jokes about his friends all the time on his vlogs. He roasts his friends in almost every video he makes. So what, is it okay for him to make jokes but not take them? That makes no sense at all. Maybe David's management is calling the shots and they're the ones directly influencing the roast in order to protect David. But I don't know, if that was the case and David wasn't actually calling the shots himself, then that's no excuse to not text your friend and see how he's doing or how he's still recovering. I don't know, I guess either way, the bromance between David Dobrik and Jeff Wittek is over. I'm always rooting for people to make amends, so hopefully these two get to sit down at some point and just work things out. Maybe it was all a big misunderstanding. Maybe they were jokes that brought up certain issues that David wasn't comfortable with. Maybe he is sensitive and cares more about his public image than the art of comedy. I mean, who knows at this point? Not me. I just make videos for people who eat off the floor. Anyhow, if you enjoy eating off the floor, then do me a favor, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon, follow me on all of my social links, and join my zesty flame flaming hot Discord server. Links are in the description below. Have a great day, everyone, and remember to always wash your hands after putting fingers in your butt. What?